They are images of East Tennessee many of us wish were still around. Chris Rohwer has preserved them in some incredible photographs.
Going My Way with Alan Williams. Brought to you by the Lawson Family Foundation, planting positive seeds for the future.
If you've lived in East Tennessee long enough, you'll recognize the pictures, but it's how he transforms them that makes them even more special. 12 years ago, Chris Rohwer picked up a still camera after retiring from the banking business and never looked back.
Photography is the direction I went because I had done a little bit in high school, nothing serious. I consider myself a nature and wildlife photographer, but will photograph almost anything gets in front of me.
There's so many iconic images that you have put there that draw us back to some of the good old days.
I photographed a couple of them and they were gone shortly after that. And I realized there's a lot of them around town. And my goal, though, is to photograph them in an artistic way.
An example is the Knox Rail salvage picture. That looks like a painting to me.
With the power lines there and the graffiti and everything, I decided to give it kind of a painterly and a little bit of a grungy look to it.
In Fountain City, Mr. Fry had that Exxon station for a long, long time.
Alvin Fry was the first one I did. He took care of my cars for 30 years. The title of that image is Mr. Fry's Legacy. And I went there, the station was going to be closing in a couple of days, and I went and photographed it. I put a painterly effect on it, some saturation, and very pleased with the result I got out of that.
And the old Ciderville on Clinton Highway.
Anytime you go there, you'll notice the cars ripping past it. The artistic approach to that would be to get the cars in motion.
Chris Rohwer's brick and mortar studio is shared by his wife Robin in the back of the old Phoenix building on Gay Street. Built in 1899, there's still an old vault he's incorporated into his studio, aptly called Christopher Robin's Art.
Chris, this is kind of indicative of your style.
It's an iconic structure. It's not really a sign like we've been talking about, but it's the sun sphere, and I photographed it from almost directly under it, and I've never seen anybody else photograph it that way.
If you didn't tell me it was a sun sphere, I wouldn't know.
A lot of people come in and see it and say, well, I know what that is, but what is that? I'm having fun at it, and that's the main thing, because if I'm having fun at it, then hopefully I'll produce something good and beneficial.
Going My Way in downtown Knoxville, I'm Alan Williams. Driven by the belief that every life has equal value, the Lawson Family Foundation strives to make a positive difference for East Tennesseans. This week, we honor the Real Talk Mentoring Program, started by former Vol Clarence Swearingen and Roger Chapman, encouraging and empowering elementary school children through weekly speakers and field trips, learning about future job opportunities, with the message, whatever or wherever your circumstances lead you, you can be successful. The Real Talk Mentoring Program and the Lawson Family Foundation, planting seeds for the future.